Hi, I'm Brittany Policastro of Beyond Asana.
And I'm Maura Manzo of Yoga Home. And we are making this video for you today because we're about ready to embark on our fifth school building track with Build On with this year's teacher training group to Haiti. And we wanted to let you know, we wanted you to hear from each of us that this is our last year for it as well.
And we are doing it this way in a video setting because we really wanted to be clear that the decisions and the process, which Maura is going to speak about that process in a moment, because it was a long process of deciding to shift from working together in this teacher training and in some ways go on different paths, right? That this was a process and a decision that was based on love and communication and friendship and really honoring like what we have created together in the last 4 years, 5 years,
5 years.
Yeah, since the first moment that we met, and it can be a hard process sometimes to come together and have a vision and to fulfill that vision and to have so many people support you in that vision, and then to come to an understanding that you need to no longer put energy into that particular vision and that particular collaboration, right? And that that's like the end of a particular relationship, and that can be treated like a breakup, right? And or it could be treated like closing one, the uncoupling, or it can be treated like the closing of just one chapter that is like Brittany and Maura, right? And I know that so many know us as Brittany and Maura, who do this teacher training together, who do the Beyond Asana teacher training and the service track, but there is opportunity for Brittany and Maura to be so much more, and we have demonstrated that in really the last couple of years with all of our projects. So the reason why we really wanted to do this is because we wanted to kind of be that model for this divine collaboration, and then also this divine kind of releasing of this vision, like honoring it and then letting it go.
Yeah. And collaboration is super hard, and both of us talk about this, and especially as women, it can get, we're not really taught the skills how to do it. Luckily, Brittany and I have been taught a lot of the skills how to do it. And so I wanted to be transparent with you about the process. And the first thing I want to say is that it took a year for Brittany and I to build the teacher training, from the first conversation that we had to brainstorming to putting the agenda together to launching to etc. That incubation period was a year, and it was about a year amount of time for us to make this decision. The first conversation that we had about the future of the training was last year when we were in Malawi together, and that process, like something that's growing and expanding, took just as much time, just as much consciousness, just as much effort, just as much communication to be able to come to a graceful end, again, of this chapter. And so just being able to share with you that is super important to both of us. Mm-hmm. So that way you understand in your own practices, in your own life, that it requires a lot of patience. It requires a lot of compromise at times. It requires a lot of communication. And it's not easy, but we're both so committed to this work and being leaders in this work, Brittany with the projects that she's spearheading, me with the projects I'm spearheading, that if we want to speak about this and teach about this, then we have to be willing to share it with you all as well. Mm-hmm. And so there's that.
There's that.
And I think it's important to understand that I talked about this in one of Brittany's vlogs way back about tribe, when you call in your tribe and the end of a relationship and not knowing how to do that. This ending of the Beyond Asana Teacher Training and Service Project, as you all have known and as we have known it, doesn't necessarily mean that we're closing the door on future collaborations. And it certainly doesn't mean that we're each going to stop offering the things that we offer in our teachings and trainings and workshops, etc. But right now, the energy just, we're both so into the energetics. It was time for this chapter of our relationship to close.
Yeah. And, we do that with so much reverence to everyone that has been involved in this process, build on and all of our amazing students, and as well as the teachers that have come in over the years, Nicole Bindler and Ayn Jesney and Julie, I always say Julie's Pagachevsky and Jacoby Ballard and that's it. And Daniel from 13 Hands, and there's been so many amazing teachers and collaborations, DJ Hi-Fi, like
Daniel Shankin,
yeah, and it's such a beautiful thing to be able to be in collaboration with not just each other, but with these other teachers, but also with our students. We have been witness to some profound transformations over the years, and that were just breathtaking to witness, and some challenges and some joy and fun and all of that stuff. So we want to make sure that, and I think without even really knowing it, like another reason why this is important is to honor all of that, right? Not just to be like, okay, we're done, what's next? But to just take that moment to be like, this was such an important piece of both of our own evolution as teachers, as people, as humanitarians, and that it's such a special piece of our lives that we will always hold so dear.
Yeah, and the communities that we had the privilege of staying with and working with in other countries, also such a great big teacher. The amount of expansion and growth that we both felt professionally and personally was really profound. Yeah.
That's it.
So I think that's it, and we want to be open and available for questions.
Sure.
Whether you're somebody that's just interested in working collaboratively and that collaborative process and how to navigate that and how to navigate tough decisions, feel free to reach out to either one of us, and we're happy to share kind of what worked for us in decision-making roles. And then, of course, if you have any questions about the things that each of us will continue to keep doing.
Absolutely. Yeah. And again, just thank you for bearing witness to this moment and to all the moments that we have had together. And there will still be more moments. They will just be different ones. Okay, so